Okay, I have a question for you today. It's a good question. What do you feel is the worst habit that somebody can have? Put it in the comments, whether you're watching live or later, put it in the comments. What do you feel like is the worst habit that we can do, that we can have? And while you do that, I'm going to make a quick announcement, which is that this is Creative Sparks, Happy Creative Sparks, and I was doing them every Thursday at 2 p.m. And I have realized, I did that because it was recommended, right, to do it the same time uh, consistently like that. And I am realizing that joy is now. That's the message that I am sharing here. Joy is now. So it can't wait sometimes for 2 p.m. on a Thursday. Joy is now. And so I'm just going to come on here anytime that that's happening. So just a little heads up about that. You can see me at any moment. Back to the bad habits, right? You're probably thinking of things like not brushing your teeth or smoking or not exercising, maybe gossiping or picking your nose, right? And all of these bad habits, the reason we call them bad habits is because they all affect our physical and or our mental health. Well, probably they always affect both because our systems are all one thing, right? So I am going to share right now a habit that I feel is worse than most of these combined. And the reason I'm thinking about that, especially right now, is because just today I was talking about Joy Sparks, right? It's my new email coaching program. I was talking about it or proposing it to someone, and they said the phrase back that everything is on hold for them because they're going through a rough moment in their lives. And the fact is, I was reaching out to them because I knew it was a rough moment in their lives. And to me, Joy Sparks feels like a great thing for that, right? But yeah, their perspective, their mindset was, I hope uh, was that everything, and that includes joy. When you say the words everything, that includes joy, is on hold until the situations that they're going through are resolved, which in this case is probably at least a few months. So, um, that broke my heart a little bit because even if it wasn't conscious, putting everything on hold, and especially in this context, definitely included putting joy on hold, putting their joy on hold, and that made me realize that it's a habit that we have to do that. It's a habit that we have to think. There's my bing bing. To think that we don't deserve or somehow shouldn't have joy when we're having challenging moments in our lives or when they're in our loved ones' lives. And that is something that I am on a mission to help us understand is untrue. Joy is available to us at all times. Sorry if you hear the scraping out there. Um, Joy is available to us at all times, and it is buildable in quick ways through my everyday joy system. So I have the first little, dabblings into that is a very lighthearted and heartwarming program that I've got called Joy Sparks. And you can direct message me for that link. I'd love to discuss it with you or even just share the link with you. It's pretty much a no-brainer, real easy, real low cost. So let's go ahead and just be willing, right? Just be willing to believe that joy is possible in the middle of the roughest times in our life, and even maybe even it is especially necessary, right? Those other health issues, habits that we have that affect our health, neglecting to build our joy. The other part of that is depression, anxiety, and all sorts of things that do absolutely affect our health, ultimately shorten our lives. So if you are having an inkling that you may not be experiencing in your life on a regular basis, I'm going to say like more than 30% of the time, a full experience that includes joy, then get with me and get with Joy Sparks.